Alright. Welcome back to the SlapDash. Almost a nameless. Welcome back to the SlapDash podcast. Episode 23. We are back with another one this evening. Since the last one, I have beaten Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3.
You actually beat Dark Souls 3 already?
Yep, it took me 30 hours on my first playthrough, which is considerably less than Elden Ring, which took me 150 hours. I think, somewhere around that.
Question. In this Dark Souls 3 playthrough, did you fight the Nameless King?
Working on it. I'm actually on him right now.
Have fun.
Bruh, the final boss of Dark Souls 3, the Soul of Cinder, is fucking incredible. Like, seriously, his fucking theme is awesome, and it's like his phases. Yeah. He uses like different builds. He uses like a magic build, a faith build, a dex build, a fucking strength build, a spear build. It's like, it's incredible. Like each time was different.
Yeah, he does look like a pretty cool boss fight, and I still need to play those Souls games anyways.
Yeah. There's actually a theory that the Soul of Cinder, which is the last fight in Dark Souls 3, is your character from Dark Souls 2. It's like the chosen undead from Dark Souls 2. Pretty sure that's like the theory.
I mean, all the games are connected, right?
Dark Souls lore is very, very complicated. Like, you can play them in reverse and not miss out on and not be confused by the story. The stories aren't really connected, but they take place in the same universe. Like in Dark Souls 1, your goal is to become like the new Lord of Flame. Like, cause there's this dude, there's this guy called Gwyn, who is like the starter of the era of Flame, which is like the time of fire, like Dark Souls. It's like, you know how like in human history there's like like the medieval period, like the Bronze Age, Golden Age, stuff like that. Well, Dark Souls 1 was in something called the Age of Fire, which was after the Age of Dragons, I believe. And this dude called Gwyn, who was the Lord of Flames, your goal is to pretty much beat him and become the new Lord of Flame and continue the era of fire. But there's multiple choices. You can either let the flame go out, or you can become the new leader, like the new King of Flame. And Gwyn's boss fight is interesting because he's like extremely easy and seems very weak, because they made him like that for story purpose, like to show that this one great leader who could take down an entire army of dragons by himself is now just like a shell, he's like a husk of his former self type of deal.
And that's interesting because it's like multiple endings always begs the question, which one is canon?
Pretty sure the canon ending in Dark Souls 1 is when you become like the new King of Flame or whatever. Dark Souls 2 I'm not as familiar with. I know that I think it's similar in the way you become like some kind of Lord of Fire, but I'm not too sure. And in Dark Souls 3, your goal is to link the flame and once again continue the Age of Flame, the Age of Fire or whatever. Pretty sure in Dark Souls 3. But there's also multiple endings in that, along with the DLCs and stuff, which I'm actually working on the DLCs right now in Dark Souls 3, along with the Nameless King.
Because I've seen like my older brother. It took him like so many times to try and beat the Nameless King.
Yeah, I've only tried fighting him one time so far, and I said nope and went in to do the DLC.
Yeah, that sounds
like
about right.
like I'm gonna come back to this guy later.
Yeah, because I've seen how like that boss fight is, and it looks very difficult.
Yeah, it's insane. Right. I'm also actually on a new playthrough on a Dex character because my first character Dark Souls 3 is a strength character, so now I'm running with a Dex character, the Dex build.
The Dex build.
And Dark Souls 2, I'm probably never going to get around to beating it if I'm being honest. But Dark Souls 1 I plan on beating eventually,
Among Us.
along with the Elden Ring DLC.
Yeah.
And bro, all the time I've been playing Dark Souls 3, like I haven't been playing a lot of Elden Ring, but Elden Ring and Dark Souls 3 feel so similar play wise that I think I shouldn't be too rusty when I play the Elden Ring DLC. I should be able to jump right into it and pretty much be good skill wise.
That makes sense.
Like with like the new, bro, I cannot wait to use the new weapons. Like there's like they have things called light great swords, and they have fist weapons with like fucking like karate combos, like just beating the shit out of fucking enemies with your fists. And there's beast claws, stuff like that. It looks like it actually looks like a mod. Like it looks like someone modded it. That's how crazy it looks.
You play every other Souls game like Sekiro and Demon Souls?
Eventually, yes. Bloodborne can only be played on PlayStation 4 and 5. So, there's no PC port for it, which kind of sucks. But
Just find a
it's
hire a
tied
hacker.
and it's tied to 30 FPS.
Here's what you do: just hire a hacker that lives in Russia. Give him your IP address and your credit card information, and he'll help you out.
I've been wanting to buy a PlayStation 5 the next couple months of it anyway. So when I do, I'll just get Bloodborne. I've been wanting to get a PS5 for the Demon Souls remastered and Bloodborne. I also might get Sekiro on it if I don't get it on my computer.
To get the Sekiro.
Because I use a PlayStation 5 controller anyways to play my games, so it won't be much of a difference, really, except for better graphics and stuff.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, and me and you'll be able to play games online together.
Yeah. Yeah, speaking of more like online games, it's gonna be one massive thing that I'm really wanting to play is Black Ops 6, because after watching the direct, I was so stoked on it. Everything about it, the new maps, like they're bringing back round-based zombies and all of the best features about zombies. They didn't announce everything about zombies yet because they're going to be pacing the announcements. The next announcement for the game will be on the 28th of August, so that's when they're going to talk about more stuff about multiplayer and zombies. But there were little Easter eggs in like the whole direct. Like the guy who was talking about zombies was sitting on a couch with a little desk next to him that had some gumballs and Coca-Cola, so I could gobble gum.
They're bringing back gobble gums, or is it just an Easter egg?
I mean, that's the thing. Coca-Cola was right there, so it's like if Coca-Cola is coming back, and the gobble gum, I really hope they bring back gobble gum.
Bro, gobble gum was such a fun system.
I really hope they bring back gobble gum, because that's the thing. This entire announcement was mostly just the campaign. Although they did disclose some details about multiplayer and zombies. And of course Warzone is coming back, but I don't give a shit about Warzone.
Dude, I want remastered BO2 maps, or like reimagined BO2 maps. Like fucking Mob of the Dead remastered, or hell, even like a Transit remastered. Transit on fucking newer, higher edge consoles would be fucking insane. Cause
Yeah,
like
now
just
it's
the
like
pure size of it. Cause the reason Transit was so like not good, like just sucked, was because it was on last gen consoles. So like this shit, like Transit, like remade for higher end consoles would be probably one of the greatest zombie maps ever made.
I mean, on top of that, the thing is, they did announce that once the game launches, there will only be two maps available for zombies. But judging by how it's been in the past with zombie game modes, they're going to be continuously releasing new
Oh
maps.
yeah, there will be DLCs. Like there will be DLC maps.
And
Two
like,
maps on launch is pretty good too, though.
I mean, it's pretty standard for most zombies game modes, anyways. And on top of that, of course,
I don't think BO3 had two free maps at launch. I think it had Shadows, then it had an extra buyable map, which was the Giant.
yeah. I mean, Shadows of Evil was still really
Oh
fun.
yeah, that's like my top three favorite maps of all time.
And on top of that, because of course Nuketown is coming back, but I'm going to be honest with you, I don't really want them to bring back BO2 Nuketown.
Bro, that'd be awesome. Honestly, I love BO2. BO2 Nuketown is probably my favorite version of it.
I mean, of course, BO2 Nuketown isn't the worst, but the thing is, because like BO2 was actually someplace in the Cold War, and BO6 is now going to be taking place sometime, the fall of the Soviet Union due to the Berlin Wall falling, and it's going to be taking place in the 90s during the Gulf War. I would
Ooh,
love to see. I would love to see a Nuketown that's like modeled after like the Gulf region of like a
that would be
rural
really
area
cool. That
of
would be
like
really
a
cool.
yeah, that would just be really cool. Like something like that. I mean, they'll probably. With popular demand, BO2 Nuketown is most likely coming back. Probably either like a DLC because here's the thing. They're bringing in 16 multiplayer maps at launch. 16.
Jesus, bro, you know what would be
Six.
awesome? So you know how in BO3 in multiplayer there's like the anti gravity jumping and shit. It'd be awesome if they kind of brought that back, but not in the way of like new what's the word game mechanic, but like a completely like a multiplayer map that's completely underground, like underwater, like.
Yeah, hold on a second. Yeah, so anyways, yeah, I understand what you're saying because that's the thing. They did say when it comes to like multiplayer and zombies and campaign, they said they're going to bring back all of the good things about the past Black Ops games and reintroduce them. Mainly one thing, theater mode is coming back for multiplayer so that you can like look back and look at trick shots and like look into things. So if we make videos about it, editing will be really good since we'll be able to use theater mode.
Yeah.
And on top of that, it's like they're introducing something called Omni Movement, which is a new feature to the point where movement in the game is more organic. You can like properly dive backwards and the side. You can slide cancel over and over in like a certain way. It looks
Dude.
real. And on top of that, customizable HUD. You can customize your HUD where you can place your map in like the top left or bottom left, or
Ooh.
center your HUD in the middle of the screen.
Kind of like how you can in
It's
COD Mobile, huh? Oh
it's
wow.
yeah. So
That's really
they're
smart.
really busting out all the stops for this.
Yeah, and
And
probably because the past couple CODs have been shit shows. so
but that's the thing because
they're bringing back
yeah.
all the old shit because they realize they've made some bad choices in the past.
Yeah, but the thing is, they also specific fuck shit, what was I gonna say? Crap. They said something in the direct. Shit.
Come on, brain, work that little brain of yours, so wrinkly little smudge of a brain.
I'm going smooth brain here. Fuck, I lost my train of thought. I must have dementia because I just completely forgot what I was about to fucking say.
Dementia moments.
The mental moments is a
Well,
moment of
until you remember, I
mental.
want to talk about the fucking video that we made. So I when I was editing the first video we made, oh my god, I didn't realize how fucking fucked up and funny the start of it was. Because remember the meme channel, it was like SS Sleepy memes or whatever.
Yeah.
God, I said Sniper Wolf if she met Bill Cosby, and oh my god, even watching it back, I fucking suffocated myself laughing. Like, oh my god. That's probably one of the
That's
funniest
funny.
things I've ever said. SS Sleepy, fucking Sniper Wolf if she met, oh my god. That is fucked up. That's so funny. Oh yeah, also
Sniper.
we have 7 subscribers now. That's 3 more than last time I checked.
Yes.
And
7
our
whole
and
subscribers.
our online PDF file video got 7 views,
Nice.
which is more than usual, and 2 likes weirdly enough too.
What would we back? I'm thinking, what would we back?
We are literally back. Well, no, but it's a start. It's better than anything else. It's better than anything before, except for our first video. But otherwise, I'd say is we keep consistently doing this, we'll do all right. Also, I bought Dubby product, so we'll have some stuff to make a proper promo with.
Right, and I also just remembered what the fuck I was gonna say.
Right.
So in the direct, they specifically said that they've been working on BO6 for the past few years, which begs the question: they were working on this whilst releasing these Modern Warfare games? So that begs the question: were they releasing these shitty games intentionally in order to build up to a really better game?
Bruh, that's like they. But I honestly don't think that the money loss is worth it.
Probably not, but on top of that, since they would be working on BO6 for a long time, and considering how yearly CODs come out, and also there's a small rumor going around that this is going to be the last yearly COD. So like
That's
Call
a
of Duty
good
games,
thing.
so Call of Duty games in the future aren't going to release yearly, which I really hope they take a tackle on that, because it's like, don't get me wrong, they've been able to release yearly CODs in the past before that are like really good, because like after BO2, like Ghosts came out, and holy shit was Ghosts so good. Ghosts is
Yeah.
honestly Ghost is one of the most underrated Call of Duty games ever. The campaign was fucking awesome. The multiplayer was awesome. The alien horde mode was awesome.
Yeah, you really like ghosts, huh? You really like their white cloaks, don't you, Ron? Huh?
Yeah, the white cloaks are really nice. I also love the scenes where they're like in the forest with like a burning cross. That's like really chill. You know, like the
Yeah.
Cool Kids Club.
Yeah,
The Cool Kids Club.
you seem like the kind of redneck to like ghosts, Rune. Seem like the kind of redneck to go along with them, with like just raising torches, shouting.
Yeah, I dressed in a white cloak once down a certain neighborhood. Everybody was like locking their doors. I don't know why. It's like
Don't you have a black friend?
I have several black friends.
Yeah, no, that's.
I
Actually,
love
I
the
have several African American homies, my good sir.
I love the idea that you say that. I love the idea you say that as if. Wait, do you not have any interracial friends?
I don't. It's the funny.
Oh my god!
Oh, I know that's the funny thing is I don't have any black friends.
How does someone as brown as you accomplish that?
Well, I don't. Only to be fair, you and Terrence are like the only friends I've had for the past couple of years. To be fair.
Fair enough.
So it's
I
not,
mean,
it's not like I, well, and Mac, but it's not like I have a shit ton of just white friends. I don't have that many friends in general. I got like 3 good ones: you, Terrence, and Mac.
I mean, Mac is definitely on the brown list with you.
I guess, yeah.
But shit. But anyways, getting back on topic. As I was saying, BO6, like I said, Ghost was severely underrated. But the thing is, if they really do take their time and like set these games apart, like every few years, I'd say quality with these games is going to increase.
Oh yeah. So honestly, FromSoft, right? They have so many Game of the Years under their belt that it's insane, and they release games every 3 years, and every single game they release is known as a masterpiece, except for Dark Souls 2, and even then, that's still a really good game in some ways. Like, FromSoft is a perfect example of what happens when you give game developers and just directors time to make games.
Yeah, but that's the thing, because the thing is, the people who make Call of Duty games, Activision, for a long time, they've been quantity over quality for a long time. Now, I'm going to be honest, quantity over quality is never good.
Which sure,
Quality over quantity.
it's good for making money fast, but it's not good for keeping a fan base. Cause like if someone is into Souls games, they're gonna be into Souls games forever. Like seriously, FromSoft knows how to get people to play their games and to continue to play their games. While with
Yeah, because
Activision, it's like, oh, they release a game, oh, they get a shit ton of money, but then the next game they release a year later, and it's the exact same thing with pretty much the exact same mechanics and everything. Sure, they still make money, but I bet you 100% they make less money because
that's the point,
because they lose a little bit of their fan base each time.
Yeah, that's the main thing, because Activision, because the thing is, one company they mainly partnered with to help them with these games, Treyarch.
Yeah.
Treyarch in the past has produced really good games, but the more
Treyarch is mwah.
oh yeah, but the more fast-paced it went, like the less Treyarch had time to put more quality into them. So like you see Treyarch in the description of certain games, it's like this game did bad, but like Treyarch worked on it. It's because Activision was so focused on pushing it out. But that's the thing with like the Modern Warfare games, Treyarch didn't work on a single one of them.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of them did bad.
The thing is, you can't put all the blame on the companies that make them, because all of the fan bases of video, like a lot of gamers in general, are just they don't like to wait for games.
Oh yeah, that's very true.
That's another thing where it's like, sure, people want games fast, but then they complain when the games are bad. Like, make up your mind. Do you want good games or do you want a lot of games? Like, you can't really have it both ways. You can't have a good game, I guess you can, but most of the time, usually, you can't have a good game if it was made in, like, a year. You can't expect it to be perfect on launch if it's made in a single year. When a lot of games take years to make in order for them to be good. Like Elden Ring. Elden Ring took 5 years to make, I think. They started making Elden Ring the same time they made Sekiro. Pretty sure.
It was delayed a few times, right?
Dark Souls,
Elden Ring was like delayed a few times, right?
Yeah, and guess what? It ended up winning Game of the Year and being 10 out of 10 in almost every category.
Yeah, that's my point, because another thing is, like, you remember, like, when the GTA 6 trailer dropped and people saw the date and everyone got upset?
Do you want to see perfect jiggle physics on them titties and strip clubs, and, like, do you want missions where you're, like, committing 9/11, or do you want, like, GTA 5 level missions where it's, like, cool, like, just repeat here and there, or do you want a game that's actually, like, that reaches its standards?
Yeah, because the thing is, I understand that GTA 6 now, it took a long time for them to make it and release it, but the thing is, that still takes time. I mean, Rockstar probably still wasn't prioritizing this for a long time, considering the amount of updates they were giving GTA 5, but now it's going to... Yeah, that's the thing, but that's the point. You have a date to look forward to.
Exactly, and it's
that's
like I'm gonna fucking buy GTA 6 when it comes out. Like, I'm getting that game. I've beat GTA 5 so many times. GTA 5 is probably one of my favorite games. I know it's Ed's favorite game. Oh yeah, for those viewers, Ed is my grandfather. My grandfather, yes, he has probably over 10,000 hours in GTA 5. Like, seriously. that's the game that he would. That's the game he's played every day since it came out. Pretty much since it came out.
Yeah, and that's my point because, like other games that are also coming out next year. Speaking of which, another FPS game that I'm super excited for, Doom: The Dark Ages.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Bethesda.
The funny thing is, I've never beat a Doom game before because I haven't really had a good setup. Like, because I've tried playing it with my fucking PlayStation controller and shit, but it doesn't work, and I can't play with keyboard and mouse because fuck that. So.
Fair enough. But the thing is,
they have pretty sure Doom Eternal and other 3D Doom games are on PS5, right? Pretty sure they back.
yeah.
Okay, well
Yeah.
when I get a PS5, I'm gonna try to beat every Doom game that's on it probably.
Oh, you're gonna love it because I'm gonna go and say this: Bethesda. I love their company. Bethesda is so
Bethesda
good
is
at releasing
responsible for
perfect games.
Skyrim too, right?
Yeah, Skyrim, Fallout, Wolfenstein, Doom. They have been responsible for so many good games. But of course, with Doom and Wolfenstein, their original creators is ID Software, and they made Wolfenstein and Doom way back in the 90s when computers were actually first being able to process video games. And now that was amazing. Since Doom was like the biggest PC game back then, it was actually the first FPS game, by the way, the very first-person shooter. And now to see where it's come from, I'm so happy to see the trailer.
They literally have a whole rule for the first Doom where it's like if it exists, Doom will be played on it. Like
that's the thing. Because the thing is, the last Doom game.
If it has a screen, Doom will be played on it.
Oh yeah, because that's the thing. Because the last Doom game, Doom Eternal, was released back in 2020. 4 years later, they're cooking.
I know.
Like, they're whipping it up in the kitchen. And the good thing is, with Doom Eternal, there's also DLC. Story DLC, The Ancient Gods Part 1 and Part 2, which I actually have not played yet. I really do want to play them, but those are DLC that come with the game, and people loved that so much. Then they introduced this new game 4 years later, and everyone is so stoked and excited. Like, holy shit, the presentation of that was so good. Like I said, Bethesda knows how to present.
Yeah,
and
like,
that's another.
For me personally, I'd rather have a massive, like, awesome game every 3 or 4 years, rather than a single, like, kind of short, like, all right game.
Shitty game.
Or so.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a game I could put thousands of hours in every 5 years than a game I'll put like maybe 100, 200 hours in and then get bored of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because like Bethesda fans, they know what patience is. Because
same thing with
Bethesda,
with fucking Soulsborne fans.
They're
very much intertwined communities, I feel like.
Yeah, that's a prime example, because these two companies are so good. One is because From Software is a Japanese company, right? Stationed in the East.
Yes, I'm pretty sure FromSoft. I know that Miyazaki is. Pretty sure FromSoft is. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. Yeah, and Bethesda is a. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna keep talking because Bethesda is a company that's stationed in the West. So these two kinds of companies that have similar motives, because Elden Ring took 5 years to come out, and it came out, everyone loved it, and now DLC is coming out for the game, and everyone's excited. My point exactly. Just like with the.
Sorry.
Oh, that was guttural. And just like with the Doom games, the Wolfenstein games, the Elder Scrolls.
FromSoft is a Japanese company. Yes. Okay, go ahead.
All right. But of course, we do have to acknowledge downsides. Specifically, Fallout 76. I'm going to have to acknowledge it now.
Go ahead. I haven't played Fallout. I've played New Vegas, and that's it.
Now, I will be honest, I never really got into the Fallout scene too much. Because me personally...
Terrence is really into that.
Oh yeah, he loves the Fallout. He loves the Fallout series. And I only played Fallout 4 for a little bit, but I love that game, honestly. Fallout 4 is so much fun. and I'll also be honest when it comes to like sci-fi. I am more of a fantasy guy, which is why I like the Elder Scrolls franchise more. But the Fallout franchise is still really good because my older brother he loves the Fallout franchise so much. And of course he said that New Vegas is the best Fallout. I still need to play out.
I
I
can
still
see
need to
why.
play Fallout New
I've
Vegas.
played some of New Vegas and it was honestly pretty good. I just stopped playing it though because right around the time when I started playing it, I bought Elden Ring. So
Well, makes sense. Makes
yeah,
sense. Cause
I proceeded to play nothing but Elden Ring for almost 10 hours a day for like 4 weeks. That's not even a
yeah,
joke.
cause
Like I would get home from school and hop on Elden Ring and play until it was time to go to bed.
which makes sense. I mean, I'm gonna go. Yeah, because like I said, we gotta acknowledge their shortcomings. Fallout 76, that released. I mean, I never played it, but everyone was disappointed with this game. Everyone did not enjoy it, and that honestly was a bad rep for Bethesda. But like I said, they're not perfect. They're not a perfect company, but they're they learn from their mistakes.
Yeah, and
They get better at this
for
stuff.
FromSoft, I think their downfall was probably Dark Souls 2. But to be
Very.
fair, that's FromSoft's fault and not Miyazaki's fault, because Miyazaki didn't even have any like main say on Dark Souls 2. So
Yeah,
that
because
means that every game Miyazaki's made so far has been incredible.
yeah,
Like
that's a
an
good
absolute
point.
masterpiece. Well, I guess you could say with the exception of Demon Souls, but that was like the first game, like the first Soulsborne game. So I guess you can give him some leeway there. But
Yeah, yeah, because
it's just the fact that Dark Souls 2 is the only game Miyazaki didn't really help create and ended up being the worst of the Soul series. Just says a lot about how good Miyazaki actually is at making games.
and yeah, that's another key point because I'm not exactly sure why 76 did so poorly, but from what I could tell, it was like buggy, but not buggy in a good way. Buggy to the point where people uninstalled it and stopped playing it.
Like game breaking bugs.
Yeah, now I'll introduce you to a Bethesda product that was buggy but very successful, Elder Scrolls Oblivion.
Hmm.
Now, Oblivion is notorious for its glitches and its bugginess, but that's the thing. It's glitchy and buggy in a funny way because NPCs in that game will do the stupidest shit, but say dialogue with the straightest face. You could close a door on an NPC, they'll get stuck in there, but they'll start talking. You could start missions in a certain way, and funny enough, with these glitches, you could actually complete missions faster.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. The funny thing is, I'm pretty sure No Man's Sky was a Bethesda game. Do you remember? Have you heard of No Man's Sky before?
Yeah, I've heard of it, but I don't think I know anything
So
about
the
it.
idea of No Man's, I'm pretty sure it's called No Man's Sky. It was like, it's like, you could travel the entirety of the universe pretty much, like,
All right.
and it's like incredibly large game. Like it's fucking massive. Like it actually feels like you're going through the universe. Apparently, but the main problem people had with it was sure it was a massive game and there was a lot you could do, but all the things you did were exactly the same. Cause it's like so basically you would go to planets and loot them, and like pretty much just take down dictators or whatever the hell. And the thing is, every planet was pretty much the same, and that was its downfall. There wasn't much, I guess. What's the word? What's the word? How did I forget it? There's a word for it. You can help me out here if you want. Not moderation. No, fuck. What's the word?
What's the word you're trying to find?
It's like the word when it's like not basic. There's a lot of
Your your mic is cutting out.
Oh yeah, my Wi-Fi is getting not
You
good
there?
connection. Yeah, hello. Oh fuck, my shit might disconnect. Hello, can you hear me now?
Oh shit! Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, it was my Wi-Fi connection. Looks like it's okay now, though. I'm gonna disconnect my phone from. Alright. Fuck. What's the word? Variety. There we go. There wasn't a big variety between the worlds. Like every world was pretty much the same.
I mean, that makes sense. I mean, also, I just looked into it. Bethesda didn't work on No Man's Sky, but
I swear to God, they said it was from the creators of Fallout and Skyrim.
I guess not. But I mean, I looked into it.
I
says it wasn't.
There's this podcast I listened to called Distractable, and they were sponsored by it. And the opening line was from the creators of Fallout and Skyrim. I swear to God, that was the opening line of it, and I heard that ad like 50 times probably.
The game got a pretty decent rating though, but anyways, so I just looked into like the main reason why Fallout 76 did poorly. The reason I looked into the main reasons why Fallout 76 did poorly just now, and it mostly says due to the bugginess of the game and like server issues, because apparently there's an online mode with the game, and on top of that, there wasn't much content at launch.
Trying to find out again.
So with all these issues in mind, it's understandable to see why this game didn't do so good.
It wasn't No Man's Sky. It was Starfield. Starfield was the game I was thinking of, not No Man's Sky. Fuck. Oops.
Oh yeah, Starfield. Yeah, this fucking game. Yeah. Yeah, I do. Yeah, hold on a second. I know about this game.
Oh, I see why.
Yeah, I was like No Man's Sky.
It was heavily influenced by No Man's Sky.
Okay, yeah. See, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, Starfield.
Starfield.
Yeah,
that's the game. Well, everything I just said about No Man's Sky, I actually meant that about Starfield. So.
I mean, it makes sense, yeah, because it does say that Starfield is heavily inspired by No Man's Sky. It makes sense why I'd get them confused.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, these companies will have their hit or misses, but that's the thing, they mostly deliver. Because game companies will have their hit and miss games, but Call of Duty in recent times has had a lot a lot of hit and misses. Mostly with the revision of the Modern Warfare franchise, which the original Modern Warfare franchise, everyone loved those games. But now with the revisions of them, they are doing terribly. And I'm pretty sure it's not because the title of the game, a revision and like a remaster of the Modern Warfare franchise, could be really good. Although it's not really like that, it's like a whole new story, it's just the same title. But the main reason why I think it's a lot of the issues is because of specific things. Microtransactions. Massive companies believe that it's like if you put a shit ton of purchasable items in your game, it'll make it better. But it's been proven wrong.
The thing that I think about microtransactions, I think Fortnite did them perfectly, honestly. Because Fortnite, it's a free game, but it has a bunch of extra stuff you can buy. I think if you're going to have microtransactions in a game, the game should be free, honestly.
Yeah, which is another prime example of something.
Because I'm not gonna buy a $80 game and then spend another $80 on skins and weapon mods and shit.
Yeah, that's a perfect example because you know, like the original Overwatch, right?
I never played Overwatch.
Okay, so the original Overwatch, Blizzard. Funny enough, Blizzard is now owned by Activision, but Blizzard. So this company, when they first made Overwatch, you had to pay for the game, all right? And there were also microtransactions in the game itself, but also on top of that, you could play it on PC fine, but you also had to pay for online on console. So on top of paying for the game, you had to pay for online on console, along with some purchasable stuff in-game, which
is
probably why the game...
With consoles, you usually have to pay some kind of subscription for online play, regardless of the game, unless it's like Fortnite
Your mic
or
just cut off there.
with consoles, with like the exception of some games, you usually have to buy like PSN or Xbox Live or whatever to play online.
Yeah, that is a little like really kind of confusing with certain games because it's like you pay for the game and they have to pay for online, which is kind of infuriating. But
well, to be
they
fair,
fixed that with Overwatch too.
with the online, oh fuck, you only have to pay for the game once, but it's like you can use the PSN for a bunch of different games. To be fair,
That's a good point. And consistent subscription isn't exactly the worst, but it's like it is a bit inconvenient.
yeah, it's like
But the thing is,
I spent $500 on this console just for there to be monthly subscriptions, so I could play online games on it. So it's like, yeah.
that's a big issue. That's a big issue. I'm going to be honest. It's like the console is expensive. Like all the other prices that come with the console are a bit inconvenient. But like I said, they fixed that with Overwatch 2 because Activision later purchased Blizzard, but honestly, I don't think that made Blizzard better. But they cleaned up their act with Overwatch 2. The game is free, and so is online. So the only thing you have to pay for is in-game like currency and microtransactions, which you don't need to, but you can. But the thing is, you don't have to pay for online. You don't have to pay for the game. So that's where they cleaned up their act with that.
Yeah, I mean like Fortnite, it made so much fucking money for a free game, like so much fucking money.
It's crazy.
Like,
But that's the thing. Fortnite actually didn't originally release as a battle royale game
yeah,
mode.
no,
It was actually a
released as
zombie survival game.
yeah,
But you
Save
still,
the World, Fortnite Save the World.
yeah, but you still have to pay for Save the World. But then later, a free battle royale game mode came out, along with a whole bunch of other stuff, which is interesting because you could still buy Save the World and play it, and lots of people still love and play that game, which is actually still really interesting to see both sides of it. You could play a good survival game that lots of people still love, of course, or the more successful the battle royale game mode.
Yeah, but the thing, okay, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Fortnite. I do think it kind of ruined internet, like internet culture in a lot of ways. Though, to be fair,
Yeah,
I do.
it
Think
did impact.
it impacted it very negatively. Like
It impacted the gaming
Fortnite,
industry.
like shut the fuck up before I make you eat your own eyeballs. Type of shit.
It did impact the gaming scene very negatively in a lot of ways. Like specifically, mainly Call of Duty. It did infect Call of Duty a lot with a certain thing because
Yeah, because
you know how like
battle royale scene and all that, like Blackout.
Yeah, I mean the
Blackout or Warzone, PUBG, fucking. Creative Destruction is actually a semi-popular one. That's just a replica of Fortnite on mobile.
But I'm gonna be honest, Blackout and BO4 was actually a really fun battle royale game mode. But I'm gonna be honest, that was actually really good. But that's not the main point I was gonna make. The main point is in Fortnite they have crossover skins. They promote stuff like video game characters in their games
John Wick
and
skin.
like Icon series stuff. Like you could play as Ariana Grande. You can play as The Weeknd.
The Samsung Galaxy skin.
Yeah,
The Peter
and that's
Griffin.
the thing. Yeah, all that stuff. Which I'd
the
say
fact that you can say you can play as Peter Griffin in Fortnite and it be true is it's just fucking
you can play as Peter
ridiculous.
Griffin and you can play as Peter Griffin and shoot Goku in the head with a 12 gauge
You can
shotgun.
play as characters from fucking Jujutsu Kaisen too.
That's true, but that's the thing. That works with Fortnite because of the cartoony art style. Now, let's cut over to Modern Warfare. Now, Call of Duty, they also did the crossover scene, but it does not work very well. Because here's the main thing. They introduced all these skins because I'm in multiplayer and I'm running and peeking corners and I see Nicki Minaj running road. I see Nicki Minaj right next to Rambo and Mobile Suit Gundam charging towards me.
How much you want to bet that Nicki Minaj has a bigger hitbox?
Well, they did. They weren't
Stupid.
shy. They weren't shy on texturing how fat her ass was. I'll say that much.
Yeah. How fat the
But it's
plastic
like,
was.
don't get me wrong. That's pretty funny, but it completely takes. It's pretty funny, but it really takes away on what Call of Duty is supposed to be.
Like, bro, I'm playing Call of Duty to take out like Nazis or Russians or something, not pop singers or whatever the fuck Nicki Minaj's genre is now.
Yeah, now I see. Then I'm playing. Then I'm playing Warzone. Then I see Homelander and Skeletor rushing towards me. Like real skins, by the way. Real skins in the game.
The boys, honestly, the boys one was pretty cool. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong. There's a lot of stuff that works with the aesthetic. Like the boys, it's like superheroes, but it's pretty cool. But there is another crossover that I need to talk about specifically because the crossover happened twice. Godzilla vs Kong. Godzilla vs Kong, the first movie that came back way back in like I think 2020 was Warzone. They did a crossover event where you could where you could see where Godzilla and King Kong would be on the map, and they would actually affect you. Like they could kill you, but you could also like control them. You could get a kill streak in Warzone where you could call in Kong to grab a giant boulder and throw it on people, or call Godzilla to shoot his atomic breath at people. Which, admittedly, that's a pretty cool crossover. I don't really have any issues with that. But let me talk about the second time it happened with this new movie. Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire is a movie that came out recently,
And a very good one.
and oh yeah, funny enough, I still haven't watched it.
You dumb bitch.
I'm a huge Godzilla nerd. I still haven't watched it, but but that's the thing because this new crossover came to Warzone, and there was a massive complaint with a specific item in the game that you were able to pay for the crossover. You know how Kong has that big yellow gauntlet in the new movie, right?
Yeah.
So they added that item into Warzone, but you were able to purchase it in the shop. Guess how much it is?
How much?
$80.
That's the game. That's like how much a COD usually costs. Jesus Christ.
It's actually more expensive than the base game itself.
How long is it? It's like a seasonal based thing, right? Or is it like you get to use it forever after you buy it?
Well, once you buy it, it's yours, but that's the thing. You're spending $80 on an item that only really has like a one kind of purpose. And it's not even guaranteed. It gives you like an execution and like better melee damage, but it's you're going into a battle royale setting where people have guns. So it's like it's a very low chance that you'll actually be able to use the item, and it's so expensive.
That's ridiculous. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Call of Duty, it's like I have a feeling they said they've been working on BO6 for the last few years. Does that mean they had absolute liptard retard fucking idiots working on these Modern Warfare games?
Fucking FromSoft game. Buy once, $60. Activision, buy game. Buy Monkey Gauntlet for more price than game.
Yeah, because it's so ridiculous. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of stuff that's like interesting. Like it's funny to see Skeletor and Homelander along with the Armored Titan from Attack on Titan, another actual crossover that was in the game.
That's awesome. That's kind of cool, actually.
Don't get me wrong. That's all well and good, but it's like when it comes to a point where it's like you're spending that much on cosmetic items in game. It's like, because Warzone is going to be coming back to BO6, and I'm actually dreading how bad that's going to be. It's like, I think what they're hoping for is that, like, round-based zombies, since they bring round-based zombies back, along with multiplayer and all this better stuff, since they're bringing all this stuff back, I think they're hoping that it will, you're excused. I think they're bringing all this stuff back, and I think they're hoping that it'll split the difference for Warzone, but it's like, I don't know. It's like microtransactions are still going to be a massive thing. It's going to be a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
Like it's still so dumb. But like I said, if it's not as intense as it was before, like an $80 cosmetic glove, like if it's not that bad, then this game does have a lot of hope because I watched the direct. I was so excited. They teased Warzone for like a split second. I don't care about Warzone because it's coming back. I won't ever play it, but it's like multiplayer, proper multiplayer is coming back. All this stuff.
Unless it's to do Warzone funny moments.
Well, yeah. But it's like, don't get me wrong. It's like if I did say if they were to bring back a battle royale game mode, they should bring back Blackout from BO4, which Blackout was honestly so much fun. Too bad it died too quickly.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Warzone itself, I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's like I feel as if since Warzone came out, it's made Call of Duty like 1,000 times more toxic and racist.
Oh no.
Don't get me wrong. I remember playing BO3 multiplayer and killing people with massive kill streaks and specialist moves, and I do remember hearing certain slurs being thrown in from the enemy's mic at me multiple times.
Yeah. I never was much of an online player in Black Ops 3 on the PS4. One because I'd never had PlayStation Plus. So I could never really play online.
Yeah.
And two, I was almost pretty much a strictly zombies player.
Yeah, I don't think you actually need to have PlayStation Plus for the newer online Call of Duty stuff, which is good. But it's like the whole kind of like slurs and racism thing with with Call of Duty, that's been a thing since like Black Ops 1. That's not gonna change.
Like World at War.
What?
More like World at War.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like World at War. Yeah, that it does go further back, but yeah, like I said, it's like all this
the
stuff.
original first Call of Duty.
I wonder what that was like, but. Oh, Sunny boy, Black Ops 6. Oh, goodness me. Well, like I said, it's like you have all these games, you have all this stuff continuously comes out. It's like, don't get me wrong, it's like, will Warzone ruin Black Ops 6? I really hope not.
I guess we'll find out.
We'll find out once the game releases. It's like it's not like an assured thing that will ruin it, but it's like I said, I have mixed opinions on like Warzone and all these microtransactions, but it's like if it completely stumps the game and lots of people, and if you're like completely relying on like these microtransactions to increase the sales of your game, then it's like then you're just kind of slowing your road down the river of Styx. Like you're going to Schitt's Creek without a paddle. It's like it's not going to work because just think about what made the original Black Ops franchise work so well. Think about it. Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3. By that point, there were no microtransactions. The games themselves stood on their own with some DLCs in the mix that still made substantial amounts of money.
Honestly, my only issue with Black Ops 6 so far is that it's 300 fucking gigabytes. Like,
yeah, that's...
like Jesus Christ!
Yeah, that's crazy, and I do agree. That's like
Elden
that
Ring
is
barely
complaint.
like 40, maybe Elden Ring's like 40 or 60, some shit like that. And a Call of Duty game is over 300. Like, oh my god.
Which definitely explains what, like, a lot of the stuff that's coming because the campaign, the multiplayer modes, and obviously Warzone is coming back. It's like all this stuff like coming back. It's like they're obviously pulling out all the stops, but they're still hiding some stuff until upon release. So it makes sense why the game is like a lot of space, but 300 gigs is really fucking like really outrageous.
Yeah, I don't even think I have that much storage on my computer still. Like, Jesus.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to uninstall a shit ton of games.
Or I'm gonna have to fucking wait until I get a new computer, or buy an external storage fucking drive.
Yeah, or just pay for a custom built PC.
You got money? Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't, so.
Also, we're making poor jokes now.
Hey, I said I don't got money to do it to do anything, so
Yeah, I'm fucking with you, but it's like, but yeah, like I said, it's Call of Duty, like Black Ops 6. There is so much that is coming with this that I'm so excited for, and it's like, will Warzone ruin it? Probably not. Like, yeah, like we said, we're gonna have to wait. So that's pretty
yeah,
much
we'll
all
find out.
yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about like Black Ops 6 now. Now, let's get into two games that will be releasing
Hang
next
on,
year.
pause 1 second. We're
All
at
right.
we're at 55 minutes.
Damn.
Yeah, I know.
I still have so much to talk about. Holy fuck.
Just keep going. It can be. Just remember, the podcast can be as long as you want it to be, pretty much.
Yeah, because okay, so like I said, I'm gonna address two games that will be releasing next year: Doom: The Dark Ages and GTA 6. They will be both releasing next year, and I am excited. Truthfully, I am stoked to see those games because the trailer for Doom: The Dark Ages was so good. I watched that shit. I didn't even know that it was like a thing coming out, because that's the thing. The trailer was there and I realized it came out like a few days ago, and it already had like millions upon millions of views and likes and like good things in the comments. Like everyone in the comments are like, I think it will really back. W's. They fucking cooked. Because that's the thing.
I saw a weapon where it's like you're shooting fucking skull shards out of it.
Oh yeah, that's
Like,
the
that
thing,
shit
because
looks awesome.
they introduced a lot of new weapons, and I remember like I saw Doomslayer with a shield. I'm like, where's he going with the shield? He turned it into a buzzsaw frisbee. You're able to throw the shield, it cuts through demons, bring it back all Captain America style. And guess here's a cool feature they introduced in the Doom.
Even God, the Doomslayer, even his defense, his offense.
But you know what's a more interesting part? Guess what kind of feature they introduced alongside the shield?
What?
Parrying. You can parry demons now.
Dude.
Which,
God,
honestly,
imagine being a fucking billion-year-old just demon god, and some dude with the shield just says "nuh-uh," just fucking. Oh God. No,
that's
like,
what I like.
you're throwing a earth-shattering, hell-splitting attack at me. Well, I have a shield, so nuh-uh. Like,
That's what I love to. That's what I
God.
love to think. That's what I love to think the Doomslayer sounds like. It's like once an attack charges at him, it's like these people are like these demons are just yelling at him, like saying what would you call it?
Just calling him slurs.
Yeah, sure, or saying demonic incantations on him, and he's just all like, no, oh, shotgun.
No, parry shield, bitch. No, fucking chainsaw shield. No, fucking skull shards.
I don't know why I don't know why something like a mechanic as simple as parrying made me so excited, but
It's so funny, that's why. It's such a funny idea. Cause it's like fucking parrying is probably just because parrying in Souls games, it's so funny because there's this one boss. Actually, I told you about him, Radagon. His attacks are very easily parryable, and it's just like the god of this universe, just like fucking throwing attacks that are meant to shatter, like they're just meant to destroy you. Just get like a little buckler shield and just fucking boing, no, and just fucking. It's just such a funny idea.
yeah, just the idea of Doomslayer with a shield, like these powerful demons that are after him. He's just like, I have a shotgun and a frisbee. You can't touch me, bitch.
I have a shotgun and a fucking boomerang.
Yeah, but it's interesting.
A shield that doubles as a fucking boomerang.
Yeah, because also on top of that, it's like that weapon you were talking about, like the bone dart gun. I saw that; it looked so cool because it works like this. It's a spread shot weapon where you load a skull into it. It grinds the skull into these shards that shoot incredibly fast at a spread motion, like that just completely tear apart demons. Which that looked really cool because the thing is, this game is supposed to be a prequel. It's before the events of Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal. But holy shit, does it look cool. Because you know what else you could do? You could ride on dragons, you could pilot giant mech suits to fight gigantic tyrants.
That's insane.
Holy shit, it is so good. And the design of Doomslayer is so badass. His armor in the game looks so cool, and on top of that, he has a cape made of fur. I don't know why the cape just makes him look more badass. I'm gonna be honest. That design is so awesome.
I feel like Doom Guy is one of the definite is like when you think too angry to die, Doom Guy is the character that pops up in your brain.
Or if you think about the word xenophobic, along with Master Chief and Isaac Clarke.
Or Christian.
But yeah, like I said, like the Doom the Dark Ages trailer was so good, and I cannot wait for more information about the game. Like it's coming out next year, and I am so excited because holy shit, that game looks so cool. Like there's lots of features in the game that were like kind of introductions in like the Ancient Gods DLC, because like that was supposed to be Doomslayer's past coming back into his present. It's an interesting story, but like I said, the new features that are introduced, specifically parrying Buzzsaw shield and piloting a giant mech suit to fight demons. And this is supposed to take place. This is supposed to take place a long ass time ago. And you know what's even funnier? The Doom 2016 is like a reboot to the original Doom in a certain story, because the original story of Doom is that he was a space marine. He was on Mars and somehow. Yeah, that's the thing. He was a space marine that was set on a mission to Mars and somehow found a portal to hell. That's it.
Oh,
that's legit the entire story. And what's even more about the story is that they put more depth into it. Like this. Specifically, Doomslayer had a pet bunny rabbit named Daisy, and the demons killed him, and that's why he hates the demons, because they killed his bunny rabbit.
God.
That's kind of funny, because he's like John Wick. Instead of killing a dog, they killed his bunny. That's what I love about that. It's because it's so kind of stupid. But then, of course, with Doom 1, 2, and 64, and then Doom also got a reboot with Doom 3. Doom 3, not a lot of people like the story in that game, but people loved the gameplay in that game. And the gameplay in Doom 3 is actually really fun. The story, though, is just kind of... But then it got rebooted again in 2016, and holy shit, Doom 2016 is so good. It still holds up today. But Doom 2016 against something like Doom Eternal is obviously superior with its better gameplay, its better functionality, its better replayability. Holy shit, is Doom Eternal such a fun game, bro.
Yeah. Oh my
and
God.
now with Doom the Dark Ages, I cannot wait to see what else is there. If they release any sort of story DLC, I'm purchasing the fuck out of that. I cannot wait. Holy shit, like I said, I'm such a big fucking Doom nerd, and honestly Bethesda nerd. Like I said, I fucking love Bethesda. I really want to play all their Wolfenstein games. I haven't gotten to that. I've played Skyrim, I've played Oblivion. I've also played, like I said, I played Doom 2016, Doom Eternal. Holy shit.
Me and you are on very different but similar gaming paths. Like, your goal is to play all the Bethesda games, my goal is to play all the FromSoft games.
Honestly, it's true, because the thing is, when it came to Bethesda, they actually redid the Wolfenstein series a lot more compared to the Doom series, which, I mean, judging by what I've seen from those Wolfenstein games, they look fucking awesome. But you want to know something? Do you know what Wolfenstein is?
No, but it sounds German.
Yeah. So picture this. You're playing as an American soldier that's pretty much fighting futuristic World War II against the Nazis, and you're fighting against mecha Nazis, robot Nazis.
So I was pretty on there then.
But you know what's even better about that? You
What?
want to know because the original Wolfenstein game that released alongside Doom way back in the 90s, you want to know what the final boss in Wolfenstein was?
What?
Mecha Hitler.
That's hilarious. That sounds like some shit out of like World at War Zombies, like the level 100 Hitler boss fight in the original Nocturne Totem.
Yeah, because that's legit how it is. It's Hitler's head, but he's in a gigantic mech suit with 2 Gatling guns that shoot missiles out of his back.
Oh my god, that's ridiculous.
But the best part is that you probably wouldn't even know if it was Hitler unless you looked at his face. And the thing is, that caused a lot of kind of bad PR for Wolfenstein because you're literally fighting Hitler. But that's what made it so funny because you're killing Hitler.
That's oh my god.
But that, yeah, because I really want to play the Wolfenstein games because of like all the history that it's going into and like the kind of the futuristic sci-fi theme of it. Like I said, I'm more fantasy, but when it comes to Bethesda, oh my god, like all that shit is just.
Oh god.
But like I said, I want to play all the Skyrim games, I want to play all the Fallout games, all the Wolfenstein games, and specifically all the Doom games. I want to play Doom so much because it's an FPS game. I love FPS games and Wolfenstein because it's FPS. One thing we need more. I do want to see another Wolfenstein game in the future. That's definitely one thing I want to see. And I do want to see another Elder Scrolls game because the Elder Scrolls Online, honestly, Elder Scrolls Online, it's so good. Elder
Bro,
Scrolls
what
Online
you
is
do,
amazing.
you need to record your gameplays of it and send it to me, so we could
Oh
post it
yeah,
on the channel and shit.
if I find a way to record like some sort of
You
gameplay of
can
like
record on PlayStation and Xbox.
yeah, I know.
You can record on anything pretty much.
Yeah, I know. I can. There's like a recording feature. I can also stream via PlayStation as well. So
Yeah, that's what I used to do on my old channel. That's what I used to do. I used to stream using the PlayStation streaming stuff.
because like I said, like with all these new games in mind, specifically since Doom: The Dark Ages is a prequel and it's a game that's releasing for actually since it's coming out in 2025, technically like 5 years after the first game, but holy shit, does it look so good. And like if I want to know how much playability there is because in Doom 2016 they introduced like different sorts of difficulty levels. You had the 3 basic ones: I'm Too Young to Die, which is easy mode; Hurt Me Plenty, normal mode; and ultra violence. Well, not ultra violence. Is it ultra violence? Yeah, ultra violence. Yeah, ultra violence, which is hard mode. Then you had nightmare mode, which is just crazy. But if you beat Doom 2016 in ultra violence, you would unlock a 5th mode called Ultra Nightmare,
Oh my
which is
god.
which is a just it. Here's how it works: you die once, you restart.
That sounds like the grounded mode from The Last of Us.
Yeah, because that's how it works. You die, you go all the way back to the beginning. Which I never attempted that because as soon as I beat Doom
No
2016 in
permanent
ultra,
death. Third.
yeah, once I beat Doom 2016 in ultra violence and I saw Ultra Nightmare unlocked, I'm like, you know what, I'm good. You know what, I don't want to try that. It's the same. It's the same thing with Doom Eternal. I also beat Doom Eternal in ultra violence. And well, the thing is, with Doom Eternal, all the game modes are already unlocked. So you could have started the game in Ultra Nightmare, and I'm like, fuck that.
Yeah, whenever I play games, I like start it on normal. Then if I like it, I'll go back and like try it on hard and all the hardest difficulties and shit.
Well, yeah. I mean, which makes sense considering, like, I mean, the difficulty level is kind of already built in with
Unless
old
I'm in a
games.
really like hate myself mood, then I'll start the game on like the hardest difficulty.
But yeah, like I said, because the thing is, what is it? Shit. Because the Souls games, they already have that thing like New Game Plus, where the difficulty is kind of already added on
and they
once you
have
beat
no
the game.
yeah, and you can't change the difficulty.
It just gets harder the more you played it. So yeah.
Yeah, it's all. That's what I love about it. It's like you're always on hard mode. Like there's no difficulty setting. It's like they just throw.
Which is really nice
and
with the challenge.
there's also like nothing telling you what to do. It's like you have to figure it all
that's
out
funny.
yourself, just using context clues and shit. Which a lot of
That's funny.
which a lot of people don't like, but I fucking love it.
That's funny because it's like I said, it's kind of like the exact opposite of how Bethesda works. It's like they're very mirrored companies, but Bethesda, they give you like tips in here, and you can cut. There's a lot of customizability because in Doom Eternal, there's a lot of collectibles in secret parts. In the levels, you can find secrets. You can find little toy collectibles, music tracks, and even cheats. So once
Right,
you beat the game,
In Dark Souls 1, there's just so there's like hidden walls and stuff in Dark Souls games, well, other games too, but it's not Dark Souls. In Dark Souls, where it's like you hit them or like roll them or whatever, and they reveal they're actually not a real wall. Well, Dark Souls has this one thing where it's like there's a hidden wall which has a chest, and then there's another hidden wall behind the chest.
what's behind that wall?
A whole fucking area, like a whole boss fight area, all that shit.
That's funny.
Like it's a hidden wall behind another hidden wall. Like that shit is fucking insane. And there's this one hidden wall that was kind of a glitch, I guess. But it was in Elden Ring where it's like if you hit it, I think it was 25 times, the wall is the like wall reveals that it's actually a hidden wall.
That's funny.
I think that was actually a glitch though. So I think it got patched, but still, it was
But yeah.
really funny.
I mean, that makes sense, because that's what I love about, like, these game developers. They hid secrets in the levels. Like I said, in Doom Eternal, you can collect cheats. So once you beat the game, you can go back and replay it with all these cheats enabled, which is really fun, because a lot of the cheats are pretty funny. You have quad damage, you have Swift, you have, like, let's see, you have, like, Berserk, which allows you to just tear apart these demons. And then I think there's like another cheat where it's like you can kill the demons and they just turn into confetti,
Oh god.
which is really funny.
The
And
Last
along
of Us
like
has similar stuff like
Yes.
that.
and like I said, the customizability with Doom, like of course with Doom Eternal, there are some things you can purchase, but not much microtransactions as there are stuff you can unlock. Because that's the thing that they, like I said, that they were reintroducing in BO6, skill-based leveling. Like the mastery levels, they're bringing that back.
Like Prestige and shit.
Yeah, Prestige is coming back to BO6. And honestly, I'm happy about that because that's also kind of what they have in Doom Eternal. Because you know, like how like the whole battle pass thing worked with a lot of these games.
Kind of.
Yeah, so with what a battle pass is, I'm putting that in quotations. That is like
what it is. It's just I know the basics of what one is.
Well, yeah, it's just like a gigantic like item list. Like you level up, you do certain tasks, and you gain levels and XP to unlock these to unlock the rest of the battle pass. Which
I think the only battle pass I ever bought was the Fortnite Season 8 battle pass.
Funny enough, same here.
And that was when I was like, I want to say 11.
Season 8. Yeah, Season 8 came out a while ago.
Long time ago. I think 7. No, it's 2024. This is probably during. This was when I was in 6th grade. So
Jesus.
let me just look at my calendar here. So I graduated high school this year. Yeah, 2018, 2017, somewhere like that. That was the last.
Yeah,
that was the
7
only,
years ago.
was the only yeah, about that was 6, I guess. Was when I bought. Was the last time I bought a battle pass.
You know, we're only 18, but that makes me feel old.
Oh yes, 6 years ago. I was old.
Oh, Sonny boy, I remember back in my day when Fortnite didn't have this Ariana Grande and this Jay-Z.
Me and you have been friends for almost 10 years,
Yeah,
which is insane.
and now we're excited about our favorite video games getting cooler stuff.
Nothing's changed, I swear to God.
Yeah, nothing's changed. But it's like, like I said, the thing is, oh yeah, like I was saying with like the Battle Pass stuff, it's like Doom, they had something called Doom Eternal, they had something called the Season Pass, but It was already built into the game. You didn't need to pay for it. It's like something you could do, like playing online or even campaign. You would just unlock these levels and get pretty cool items, which is really nice, honestly. You would unlock these things, and on top of that, there's already customizability stuff built into the game and unlockables. So you didn't really even need the season pass. You could level up if you wanted to, but you don't have to because it's already built in. That's what I like. It's like you don't have to pay for it. It's there, and if you want to do it, you can. It's like a suggestion. It's kind of like what TF2 did way back in the day when they had these where they allowed players to customize maps and game modes. And speaking of TF2, that game is probably gonna die very shortly in our own time.
Yeah.
I mean, the game hasn't gotten an update in like 5 years, so it's like. I love TF2 with every fiber of my being. That game is so much fun, but now it's just a bunch of hackers who are bored.
Yeah, it's like how PC versions of Black Ops 1 and 2 are, and what that were. Hell, even a lot of 3 too.
Yeah, because it's like, I mean, casual play now in TF2 is just like people who are bored, so they'll hack the game and like and the thing is with these hackers, they could just spawn in bots on their team that have aimbot and just kill the other team. So like casual play now for TF2 is just kind of ruined. So lots of people just play the custom game modes, which I've played the custom game modes before, and they're honestly really fun. Like specifically, there's like different game modes that communities have made. Like you have something called in the game modes. You have King of the Hill, Capture the Flag. You also have Team Deathmatch. You also have something called Payload, where you have to push a cart to the objective to win. And there's a map for Payload called High Tower, where you have to push the cart into this like elevator pulley system where it goes up to a tower and it explodes. So
King of the Hill is a really good show.
God damn it, Bobby! God damn it, Bob!
That's all I got from that, though.
Yeah, God damn it, Bobby! You were supposed to be protecting the point. God damn it, Bobby! You didn't get any crit damage in those shots.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Bobby, stop trying to hit trick shots, you stupid fuck. But yeah, like I said, it's like TF2. So the community they added on the High Tower map, and there's something called Higher Tower, where they took the original tower in that map and just made it really tall, and people loved it. They said Viagra. And then there's also other game modes, like you have like Soldier Race, Saxton Hale mod, all these cool different game modes. It's like, on top of that, the story of TF2 is also funny and like goofy as well. And like, to see a game that had such a great community and now TF2 is just dying into obscurity, it'll go down as one of the greatest online games ever made.
Yeah.
But anyways, Doom the Dark Ages.
Well, wasn't there a second game you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, GTA 6, because that's coming out the same year as Doom the Dark Ages. Now, I remember waiting for the date of the GTA 6 trailer to drop. I watched the trailer, and holy shit, I was really excited. Now, of course, this is how Rockstar works with all of their GTA games. They don't continue the story from previous games. They cut off the original story and introduce new characters. But what I like about the stories on top of that is that they include references to older characters from the stories. Like in GTA 4, you're in a place called Liberty City, which is just New York City because of. In GTA, they take real-world settings and like real-world places and give them different names.
Pretty sure GTA 5 Los Santos is Los
Angeles. Yeah.
Yeah, and the funny thing
true.
is in GTA 5, I'm pretty sure you like legit have a side mission where you interact with the main character from GTA 4. Fucking what is his name?
Yeah, Nico Bellic. Nico
Yeah.
Bellic.
You have a side
Because that's the
mission where
thing.
it's like him and his friend are like robbing a bank, and you like act as their getaway driver or like a convenience store or whatever.
Yeah, that's the thing. Nico Bellic. Yeah, he was the main character in GTA 4. There's an Easter egg in GTA 5 where like Michael, right? You know the one of the characters in GTA 5, Michael.
I've told you I beat the game like 10 times.
Ah, right. Because Michael, you can go into like there's a point where in Michael's house his son will be in the kitchen on a laptop and you can go over to the laptop and it will show a wanted poster of Nico Bellic,
Yeah.
which is a really cool detail. And then in like the beginning of the game where you're in North Yankton, that snowy area, if you go down to like that icy river, you'll see a frozen alien,
Yeah.
which is another nice little
And
detail.
there's these little things like the peyote collectibles, the scraps
Yeah, the
of
peyote
paper,
screws, yeah.
the spaceship parts.
And then everything else about it. Like you also have a little bit of references with Michael and Lester's interactions, where he talks about GTA San Andreas and Liberty City with Nico Bellic, GTA 4. And then you also have all these like little references, because in like GTA San Andreas, like Big Smoke and CJ.
I have an idea, yeah.
So in GTA San Andreas, the main character you follow is a guy named CJ, and he does these missions with his friend Big Smoke. And the cool thing they did with GTA 5 Online recently is that they gave an update for like story mission, like story heists you could do.
Yeah.
So Big Smoke was in GTA 5 Online. You could do missions for Big Smoke, which I thought was awesome. They reintroduced that. They brought back references to certain characters and different storylines, which was really cool.
I know that in
So,
GTA
anyway.
Online you can like have missions with story characters like Franklin,
That's
Trevor,
true.
Lamar.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, all of those you can do all of that because in GTA 5 Online, once you enter online, you can choose to do a tutorial, which will like have Lamar interact with you.
Bro, they
Which,
fucking milked GTA Online's titties dry, bro.
They did. They really did.
They milked that golden cow till there was nothing left.
But yeah, but like I said, with GTA 6, the trailer for the main characters, you're following two main characters in the storyline now. It's a couple.
And it's placed
Two.
in Florida, if I'm right.
Yeah, because it's what's it called? It's based off of Miami, but they have a Vice City. That's what they're calling it.
Yeah.
It's Vice City, because that's a setting that takes place in a GTA side game, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and it's pretty much just Miami.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's so fun because during the trailer they had a bunch of different references to a bunch of actual like Florida man shit that happened.
That's true, yeah, with a lot of different stuff. It's funny. So, on top of that, so the two main characters we're following are like two love partners, and I forget their names. I'm not really like the trailer for them.
I remember a lot of people were so mad that one of the main leads of GTA 6 was a woman. So many fucking incel degenerates were so mad at that shit for no reason.
Which is kind of dumb because in earlier GTA games, because there was never just one main character in these GTA games. Well, the side games always had one character, but the main games, they always have like a selection. Like I said, San Andreas is kind of a side game which follows CJ, but it also follows Big Smoke. So it's like the main characters are mostly in either pairs or trios.
Yeah.
So it's like, besides these new main characters, they're a couple, so they're together.
Which is a really interesting idea, honestly.
Which because that's the thing, they've never done that before.
They have they have a huge chance there for like a really interesting story. Okay, a romance story in a GTA. That's an interesting idea.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Because the beginning of the trailer takes place with our female lead, where she's being released from prison. And then once she gets out of prison, she meets up with her boyfriend and continues a life of crime.
I saw this one theory that the trailer like played the story of events in reverse.
That's probably true because
Like the game,
I mean,
like the game's gonna start with them in the life of Graham, and it's gonna end with her being put in jail.
that's not a bad idea. That would make sense. And on top of that, with everything that I saw, would make sense. And what one thing I really liked was what was it? The crocodile in the convenience store.
Bro,
Thing that
imagine
happened-
a side mission of wrangling crocodiles. Dude,
That'd be funny
just
because
fucking blow off the crocodile's head with a magnum.
that's the funny part because that happens in
Yeah,
Florida.
I
Which
know.
is so funny. Crocodiles just walk around in like parking lots and like these small areas, and people just see them. It's like when you're in Arizona and you just see a couple of coyotes wandering through the neighborhood.
Or a couple of javelinas.
Yeah, for us, we have javelinas and coyotes. In Florida, they have crocodiles.
We also have hawks. We also have
True, huh?
deadly spiders, deadly snakes. We're kind of like if Australia was a state, I guess.
Yeah, we do have a lot of different sorts of things. That'd be interesting. A GTA game that took place in Arizona.
You know, what'd be even awesomer, even cooler. A fucking
What?
a fucking Yakuza-based GTA game.
That'd be cool. Hold on a. A Yakuza-based GTA. I think that already exists. The Yakuza
A
game.
modern one, I guess.
Yeah.
Not
But
one
yeah,
that's on
that
fucking
is-
Game Boy.
Yeah. Dame,
And it's like the weapon options are like a fucking katanas and shit like that. Oh my god, that'd be so cool. Just
Yeah,
decapitating
then,
people on the streets with the katana.
which, like I said, GTA, and I'm guessing with this, since it's taking place in Vice City, I'm guessing it's going to be having a lot of references to the original GTA Vice City, because there's the main character in that game. Funny enough, in Vice City, it was only one main character who did lots of missions for, like, lots of other characters, which was interesting.
Isn't the GTA 5 was that too? It was just like doing missions for. It was out of the FBI, FIB, CIA? No, CAI? Was it?
Probably.
No, IAA. That's what it was. It was IAA.
Yeah.
FIB, fucking doing work for billionaires, stealing cars, shit like that.
Yeah, but that's the thing with GTA 5. Franklin, Trevor, and Michael's stories would always intertwine, compared to in Vice City, which is just one guy doing favors for everyone, which is always interesting because in the single role GTA games, you only see a one-sided perspective with everything, which is always interesting. Compared to mostly every other game, which is either in duo or trio roles.
Yeah.
But like I said, with the new GTA 6, I'm really invested because one thing, it's taking place in Vice City, which has really nice looking scenery, and on top of that, it's based off of Miami. So there's going to be a lot of stupid Florida shenanigans, which is going to be really funny.
Bro, the fucking crackhead side character is gonna be so much more unhinged.
Which is going to be even better when they introduce GTA 6 online.
Oh my god. Dude. No.
It's going to be like Impact.
Oh.
Oh, God. There's going to be like impactful story missions and like in online where you're just going to be like dealing crackheads money in Florida.
Just like going on crocodile heists, just like sending in crocodiles like distractions.
That'd be really funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, like now GTA 6, yeah, because GTA 6, I'm interested how it will play as well. That's what I'm more interested in, is like how it's going to play, because
the engine will probably be really similar to Red Dead 2.
Yeah, because Red Dead 2 is so far Rockstar's newest game. Like with its newest playability.
And the graphics and the engine it's on and all that.
Yeah. So yeah, it'll have a similar but more, I'm guessing, advanced look
More
compared to Red
polished.
Dead.
More like
Yeah, more
realistic.
polished. Yeah, and similar gameplay style though as well.
Probably, yeah. GTA 5's playstyle feels really good though. It's like
Yeah, that's
not
what I
too
like about it.
clunky, but not too realistic either. It's like that perfect in between kind of.
Yeah, it's goofy as hell, but it works.
Yeah. Like you can go and kill hookers on the street, or you can go help people get their wallets back.
Yeah, that's funny. And with these new, yeah, like I said, the story, yeah, you really do have a point with the whole idea of like a couple now in the story, which, like I said, is really cool because they've never tried this before, or at least not from what I've seen. They've probably tried it, but it's like you have these two roles, which what I want to know is like, are you able to play as them individually, or will they always be constantly right next to each other?
I think what would be a good idea for how to do it would be like they have their own separate stories. Like I'd say like they're trying to hide different like the crime part of their lives from each other at the same time. Could be an interesting one.
Yeah,
And
it'll
then like at
definitely
one
show
point they
something.
like try to hit like they try to rob the same place or some shit like that. And like big reveal or something. I'm just like throwing shit on the window and seeing what sticks type of deal.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
what I want to see is them like introduce like they like have flashback to like how these two characters met or like how they lived their lives before they like went into crime or stuff.
Hmm.
Because like how GTA 5 was a bit with like the initial original mission on North Yankton
Mm-hmm.
and like the little bits of exposition throughout the entire game with like different sorts of story.
Yeah. uh, I think we're starting to run out of stuff to talk about.
Yeah, because yeah, like I said, like yeah, these are all the things I want to talk about. How long have we been recording for?
Hour 32.
That's good.
Want to call it here then?
Yeah, we can call it here. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us today on the SlapDash podcast. We are your hosts and the most, and don't forget to use code SlapDash at w.gg for 10% off at checkout. Come on.